that showed they took 150 women and they asked them the attractiveness of a certain man, and then they showed the same man and told the women that the man was taken and had a wedding ring on, and his attractiveness level went from 59% to 90% of the women thought he was attractive when they knew he was taken. They did the same study in 2012 with men. When men saw that the woman was taken, she was less attractive.
If a man cries in front of me, say like he's having...
Would you live on a planet with all women?
With all women?
Yeah.
Ooh. You wouldn't? That's my dream. Think about how...
I mean...
Think of the structure.
Can men come in once a month?
Nah, it's just
a
all
planet
women.
with all women.
We don't get like travel pass.
Nah.
Okay. I mean, I really would.
Okay.
I really would. It would be nice.
So like never, like not a single man.
Not a single man.
It would be nice. We would have great shopping, great homes, healthcare, like all the things.
And we'd be bored.
But happy. It's fine.
All right, one of them dark videos, man. It's like 4 hours of sunlight. Feel like I'm in Alaska. You know, wake up, it's dark. You know, get off work and it's dark. It's crazy, right? But yeah, I want to talk about the clips I put in there. You had a clip of 2 women saying that they would want to stay on an all-female planet, all-woman planet. You have a clip in there of a woman talking about emotional, you know, not a guy not wanting to open up to her or nothing like that. And then you had another clip of a man, you know, saying, you know, the obvious about women wanting guys that's already taken. So, I mean, we can start off with his video, right? When he says he wants women, women they did studies when guys, you know, had a wedding ring, they were more attractive. And then when men were showed women who had a wedding ring, they were less attractive to the men. And that's just let you know everything you need to know. We're totally built to be opposites. Men really want to wife women that no other guys wanted, right? And that's why I always get into the female nature of it, of when guys want to sleep with women that other guys sleep with, you know, because those guys slept with them, that's feminine. Now, I'll keep telling you, a lot of these dudes got a lot of feminine traits, you know what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of women love Pookie and Chad. A lot of things that the code they run by is feminine, emotional, you know what I'm saying? Like they share a lot of the same traits. That's why you see a lot of black women and a lot of Beckys, you know what I'm saying? They always attracted to those, you know, Pookies and Ray Rays and Chads and shit, because they both crash out. They both emotionally unstable. You know, Pookie want to sleep with all the chicks, you know, whatever. They meant for each other, you know, honestly. But men of value, when they going out there picking a woman that they want a wife or something like that, they see something in them, and they don't want a worn out woman. They might bust a chick down that's wore down, but to really put her up on a pedestal and be like, I love her, like, no, they don't want to do that. And women always, just like the apple, that's kind of just proved the Bible to be factual. And it's a lot of, you know, actual facts you can look up that support a lot of the books in the Bible. Just think about it. You know, the serpent told her to eat the apple. They always want what they can't have. You may be an invisible to a chick, right? And then one of the chicks at your school or on campus or whatever started dating you. Now all of a sudden another girl wants you. That happened to me before. 2 girls was friends. I didn't really think about it till now. They were friends, and one was interested in me, and I kicked it. I ended up kicking it with her homegirl, and we used to be cool. So she fell out with her other homegirl, not the one I kicked it with, and she started to get me. And they was pretty much jockeying for position and shit, and that's just how it is. They want what they can't have. So when, you know, women see you as mysterious, see you as quiet, not talking to many people, staying to yourself, you know what I'm saying? You know, they be like, oh man, what's about? It's the mystery. You know, women need to be real. Most women don't mind sharing the dude. They don't mind sharing that dick. You know, you tell a girl you got a girlfriend, she gonna keep. Oh, you still? You know, they gonna spin the block again. They want what they can't have. And when a guy tells them no, and like, yeah, I got a girl, that makes them. It's a challenge to them. They like challenging things. They like to make shit hard. And then the thing about it is, you can tell her like, here, I got a girl. you know, if you want to do this, just keep it on. And they not going to follow. They don't abide by the rules. That's why I tell women are not better cheaters. They don't abide by the rules. Okay, okay, cool. I want to be number one and I want to go. And they start wanting the things that she got. They always wanted things that she got. A girl, look, like me tell you, you know, if you dating, you know, I want everything your ex-girl got. I want all of that. So you think a side chick don't want that? That's why you see a lot of dudes that cheat with side chicks. That bitch got a man too, or she got a husband too. You got to have leverage over these hoes. That's just what it is if you're going to play that game. So that ain't nothing new about the attractive thing. I mean, that's just how women operate. I had a homie, his name was TJ Roseman. I don't know where he at. We worked at Chrysler together. And he told me like girls weren't checking for him, but he put that wedding ring on. He said, man, he started getting like mad attention, bro, when he put that. I'll never forget this shit over 10, 12 years ago. I'll never forget him telling, I'm 20 some years old. He telling me that. He's like, we about saying, he said, yeah, you know, yeah, I put that wedding ring on. Man, bitches went crazy. I'm like, damn, for real. But then we can address the part of the where the women said they want to be on a woman utopia. All women, she said it'll be shopping, it'll be so much fun. It's gonna be shopping. Y'all gonna build y'all malls? Y'all gonna build y'all malls? You gonna build your houses? Who's gonna build the infrastructure on this planet? Let's say it's just the same as Earth. Who's gonna build the infrastructure? You know what I'm saying? You see how they was, the black lady was pausing. Oh, we can't just have men for one time a month. Yeah, when she ovulating. I already know that, man. I don't understand why men ask women questions on podcasts. I get it to monetize, but they're going to lie. They're going to lie. Ask these women questions with a lie detector attached to their ass. They're lying. They be lying so much. You don't want to be on a planet with all women. I don't know if y'all know this secret. And I don't even know if women are coherent to this. Women don't like other women. Do you see the way they talk about their homegirls, the way they talk about their mothers, the way they talk about the girls? They don't like other women. So when they ask, well, they be like, well, men really don't like women. Women don't like women. If women really was able to sit there with a clear mind and would have taped over their mouth and really get an education on male friend groups or men friend groups, they even when you tell them, they just, oh, why don't you care more? Like, they can't get out of the mindset of thinking like a woman. They want to be invasive. They want to, like, I'm not about to be probing and ask you more questions and stuff. Like, that's what women do, but they ain't want to be on no women utopia. Get out of here, man. That shit gonna be smelling like pussy. You ever, I'm take you into like the girl stores, it just smell like perfume and coochie. Not the type of coochie you want either. Them women don't want to be on the planet, you know, by themselves. And like, who building all that? Even if everything was built for them, pre-made there, it got fixed magically and all that, they would not be happy. Do y'all know how crazed women are over penis, bro? Do y'all understand that? Like, that's why they lead with their vagina. They cannot help it, bro. That's why when like women, like when you don't really go for, like you don't really press women over sex, when you have sexual discipline and then you don't press them over sex, they be thinking something wrong with them. You know what I'm saying? When you ain't just pussy happy like that no more. Women got the urge, they be like, it's not hard to really, you know, to really get box out of women. Like when they find you attractive, bro, they giving it to you on a silver platter. They say these things for you to break the rules. No, bro, don't cheat on me. You cheat on her and she still stays. It's like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they don't want to let go. They don't want to hell else. They just so fucking horny. That's why they say, you know, guys outside. Yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. When they get the urge, man, ovulate, or they get horny, bro, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. So yeah, they don't want to live on no fucking female utopia. That's a fact, man. They don't want to be on no female utopia. They've been into, man, I'm telling y'all, even the stud lesbians, bro, they get popped. It's just that bros don't be calling them out on the internet, bro. If bros broke the bro code and really start outing some of these women, and bros got receipts, these women be having the eggplant in their mouth. These studs be busting it open, splitting it open on camera, getting cracked. But bros abide by a code. And they ain't gonna expose these women. But if they did bring receipts and expose most of these women, you'd be shocked. Most of the studs are not gone. They want to get cracked. I did a video on the Patreon this past week. I uploaded it on Monday, to be exact. Monday, the Monday before Thanksgiving, not the week before Thanksgiving, the 16th or something like that. Dog, studs be getting cracked, bro. Like us men that know this, like that really understand female body language. Ever talk to a stud, man? They start getting soft looking with gaga. Like, bro, it ain't nothing new, man. But then we'll end off with the woman talking about she really don't want a guy to show his emotions. She's being honest. It's a turn off. It's so many things that turn women off, bro. And you will never know it. A lot of guys, they go on dates with women and you may talk about yourself too much. Oh, it turned me off. When you're attractive, some of that shit don't matter. When you that attractive, they just like you. If she fine as hell, I just want to try it. You know what I'm saying? But when you is attractive, a lot of times things turn women off quick. Like this girl was so funny. She was on Facebook and she was like, yeah, I met this guy online and I invited him over and he started opening up to me about his life and started crying. I just wanted him to leave. I was so turned off. I just wanted him to just leave my house. You know what I'm saying? And she probably was like, yeah, open up. Like y'all be lit. Women just lie. They don't want to hear about your problems because they don't have a solution. Even if they got the money to the solution in their pocket to your problem, they don't want to give you Nathan. Most women don't want to help with nothing. They don't want to help with the groceries. They don't want to help, you when you get sick. Most of these women they want one way help, and that's why they get treated like birds. They don't want to hear about your issues you got. You be telling them the issues. I'm going to tell you this. If you ever tell a woman your issues, you know what's going to happen? She's going to try to one-up you. Oh, when I was 3, my mom, she hit me with a Michelin tire. So, yeah, every time you say something, you'll be like, yeah, I remember I fell off my bike and scraped my face. That shit was burning. Oh, yeah, I remember I had a big wheel and my brother pushed me off the big wheel and I scraped my face. And it just really burned even more than your burn. I'm telling y'all, man. I'm telling you. If you ever tell a woman your problem, it's going to turn into them talking about their problem. I guarantee you, it's going to be them one-upping you. Or if they don't do that, they're not going to provide a solution. There will be no solution provided. It'll just be they're going to use that and weaponize against you in an argument. Yeah, you dumb dude, you dumb nigga. I remember, yeah, you was crying because your mama didn't love you. And you was right, you was crying because your mama didn't love you, pussy ass nigga. That's what you gonna hear. At the end of the day, the majority of women you gonna run into are pure evil, bro. And that's a fact. But, it is what it is, or it is what it ain't. Hit the link in the description, join the Patreon. Peace.